And a 10-point victory is going to be the big guy, former Wichita State University assistant coach and star, Ron Heller. Ron, talk to the stars of the game.
At home, we have two outstanding young men who are with us. Larry Bird, of course, number 33 to my immediate left, and Carl Nix. Carl, what's up? You first. I hope you can hear me all right. We went on record as saying that you have certainly been the catalyst of this basketball team this year. Your quickness, your outside shooting, you got to be proud of some of your teammates as well.
Yeah, well, that's one of my responsibilities. When I came to Indiana State, they recruited me because of my quickness, and, I really, play hard, and I get everybody else going out on the court, and that's what's really happened in this ball game. Seems like, once I dive on the floor, everybody else got the balls, man. We really hustled this game. That's what helped us.
That's exactly right. All of you played an excellent defensive ball game, because the Aggies average 82.5 points a ball game, and you all held them tonight to 59 points, so you did an excellent defensive job. Larry, congratulations to you on a fantastic season, a fantastic career here at Indiana State. I know you'd rather probably talk about some of your teammates.
Yeah, everybody wants to win, so it makes it a lot easier for everybody. And all the guys just want to play hard, and when we play hard, we win.
That's the name of the game, and I like the way you play defense. Anybody can shoot the basketball, but when it comes down to the work part of the game on the defensive end, you do a tremendous job in denying people the basketball, and that's a very difficult thing to do. How do you work on that at practice?
Well, on defense, we try to get the man go back door, and sometimes we don't get no help when they go back door, but today everybody tried to help everybody else out. When the guy cut back door, everybody was helping and got a lot of charges out of it.
Well, also, the Aggies do run a lot of backdoor plays, don't they? And that's probably one of the major factors, too. I think we're getting ready for the trophy presentation, so we're going to turn it over now to center court. Congratulations.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the regular season champions of the Missouri Valley Conference,
Score today,
the postseason tournament champions of the Missouri Valley Conference.
10 points. They've already won the Valley. Tom Apke, the basketball coach of Creighton University, making the presentation. Let's pick it up.
Coach Bill Hodges and the Indiana State Sycamores.
That sight tells you all. They are number one in the country, a 129 and dropped none. And Bill, how does it feel to be in here 29-0 with the Sycamore?
I'll tell you, I'm a little bit numb right now. It's something I can't believe. I pinched myself just a little bit ago, but our guys, they really deserve it. They've worked hard. They do exactly as we asked them. I've got a great coaching staff, and they wanted to do this for Coach King, and they've really done it.
You didn't change a lot, did you? Basically stay with the same offense and defense.
Well, we changed quite a bit offensively. I shouldn't say quite a bit. We stay with the basic thing. We changed some things because we have quicker things at guard. Not changes that he probably wouldn't have made, but we stayed defensively with the same things. He was a great teacher, and I can't say enough for the guy.
Take a look at Larry Bird. What makes him a great basketball player or a great person?
Well, I think probably more than anything is that Larry has a tremendous inner desire. It's intrinsic, and he has a great sense of what team basketball is. I think that can be attributed to a number of factors. The way he was raised by his mother, his high school coaches, and the people that he played with. And he's brought just a tremendous amount to us in that he gave us a winning tradition. He gave us team basketball and intensity and intelligence. And I'll tell you that, you'll never take away from us because it's here. It's here to stay.
Another thing I like about your club is not just Larry Bird. Carl Nix, Alex played a great basketball game, Miley, Steve Reed, and so on down the line.
Well, each guy knows their role so well, and they do what we ask so well, that you can't say one is more important than the other. Larry's extremely important because he does exactly what we want done. He does a number of things, but it's all within the framework of what we try to do, and the other guys do that. And they just do a tremendous job. I can't say enough about them and how easy they are to work with and how much I think of them.
Take a look at the idea. You're now headed for the NCAA basketball tournament. That is a reality. People say Indiana State has not played the schedule of UCLA, Notre Dame, and teams like that. Your thoughts on that?
Well, we play a tough schedule. It's not easy to schedule. Scheduling is the toughest job I have. I thought I was going to get Coach King to do it, but he said, you got to do it, Coach. And I can't, you know, I can't play the top teams in the country if they won't play on a home-and-home basis. You don't build a strong program that way. I won't even attempt it. We'll play the best teams that we can get on our schedule. We're in a tough conference, and if that doesn't speak enough for itself, then they'll have to criticize.
How does it feel now to be number one?
Well, that's not something we set out to do. That, I reiterate, is nothing more than the way it happens. It's good for the guys. It's good for the school. It's great for Indiana. It's great for basketball within the Midwest. And I hope it helps our recruiting.
Take a look at it. You head for Lawrence, Kansas. What do you know about that regional?
Well, you know, the way things are, you really can't say anything because you don't know who you're going to play, who will be seeded, or anything else. I know tomorrow they're supposed to make those pairings, and, you know, we'll just have to wait. We will have the opportunity to scout on Friday and Saturday, which I think will help us. So we'll be ready to play whoever we play, and I hope we can play as well as we have.
You've never been a head basketball coach. Did that ever bother you when you took over at Indiana State with a team you knew and everybody knew here could be quite a team?
No, it didn't bother me at all. I think I had plenty of confidence in myself. Those people around, you know, they weren't sure because I'd never had head coaching experience. But I've had 10 years of preparing, and I've worked for Bob King, who I think is one of the greatest teachers in the game of basketball. I had great high school coaching. Jim Rosenstiel, 11 and second to none in high school. Hugh Thimler, I learned a lot from at Edison Junior College. And each place I've been, I've learned. And, you know, you can't prepare for 10 years and feel like you know the game and not be prepared to be a head coach.
Many people figure that Bill Hodges ought to be the National Coach of the Year. Your thoughts on that?
I didn't set out that as one of my goals. You know, I'm 35 years old. I'll be 36 next week. And I've got a big, long future, I hope, in front of me. You know, Coach Rupp said that every coach is hired to get fired. I hope when I get down the road that I can say I've done as well as some of the people that they're mentioning me as in the same breath with, and that's Coach Wood and Coach Rupp and people like that. I hope I just give a little bit to basketball back that it's given to me.
Bill, your thoughts on trying to get a player to replace Larry Bird? You can't do that, but the fact that he was an All-American here, how will that help you?
Well, Larry's a tremendous person. He's great to have around when you bring recruits in. We have to bring in guys that we feel can fill a role. We have to have a little more scoring, so we'll try to recruit some guys that can score. We have a good nucleus back. We'll have to be a little bit more patient because we don't have somebody with the firepower maybe that Larry's got. But I know we'll have a good basketball team because we've got a great nucleus to work with as far as guys that understand the game and understand what we want them to do. So we feel like we'll be a good basketball team. I hope it you know, wells together in the same type of team that this is.
One thing I like about the NCAA championships this year, a year ago people said Kentucky should win it. Before that it was a UCLA show. I think this year it might be wide open. Do you like that? Well, I really believe that it is wide open. I haven't seen anybody play that I think would dominate anyone else. We just have to take it one game at a time. Our guys have set a goal to get to the Final Four. I hope we play well enough to do it. I'll see you. There he is, Bill Hodges, the coach of the #1 rated Sycamores of Indiana State. And Ron Heller, you know, people say, why do guys coach? The pressure. The fans on your back when you don't win, that's why you play.
That's exactly why right there. The joy of winning, and of course, the agony of defeat that everybody always talks about, but he has a great rapport with his players and totally has respect for each and every one of them.